Okay, today is May 31st, 2017, and right now at 8:30 p.m. we have a temperature of 60 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 80%. The dew point is 54 degrees, and the barometer is down at 29.84 inches. All right, so we had a very large weather system move through California yesterday and today. We can see the remnants of that. This is a huge system that should have dumped 2 to 4 inches of rain all up and down the state. And we can see a transmitter at work over Nevada, blowing holes all through this system right now, and also over Arizona. We'll take a look at the Arizona map right now. Let's take a look at the. This is the west central map, the water vapor map, and we see a lot of evaporation, very abnormal evaporation right through this area, all through here. If we look at the rainbow map, the infrared map, we can really see the detail right here. This is all light red and yellow at the beginning of this 7 1/2 hour loop. And by the end of the loop, there's big holes all through this area over Nevada. We have satellite transmitters superheating this area all through here to evaporate this weather system. Yesterday there was some rain in the Bay Area and also up in Northern California. And we'll take a look right now at the Doppler map. We can see that there's very little rain in Southern California except for Big Bear and Banning, Palm Springs area right out here, Borrego Springs. And most of that rain is out here in eastern Arizona. We still have some rain up in near Sacramento up in the High Sierra. But overall, if we look at the what's happening right here, we have a huge weather system that just moved right through California yesterday and today. And we have a transmitter right here, which is evaporating the jet stream flow, which is right here. We've got a transmitter right in this area working to evaporate this moisture that's heading right towards California. If we look at the jet stream map real quick, we can see the flow pattern right towards California and Oregon. Okay, so getting back to this western U.S. water vapor map, it's very clear what's going on. We have a transmitter evaporating everything here, so we're going to see some clearing tomorrow. And look what's happening right, specifically right over Los Angeles, right here where the pen tip is. Opening up a big hole right there. And we have a low pressure system. This is a upper level low right here, which has been more or less parked just northeast of the Hawaiian Islands for about 3 days. 3 to 4 days right here. This has been just slowly inching its way to the northeast. And this is winding some tropical moisture right up towards the jet stream flow. But notice here we have a blockade right through here, which is blocking that path towards the jet stream, which is right here. This is amazing. All of this moisture, and we didn't get any rain here in Southern California to speak of. Spotty rain in different places, but this should have dumped anywhere from 1 inch to 4 inches of rain in different places. Let's take a look now at the southwest map, which is right here. You can really see the manipulation over Arizona. There's two places that are being targeted. Let's look at the visible light map first. Both here and right here. Keep your eye right here and here. We can see those big rings. There is thunderstorm development that is being targeted right there. Look at the ring that shoots out from the center of that, and then right next to it right here. So these areas right here are being targeted with a microwave transmitter, superheating those thunderstorms, and we see holes open up right here. And the same thing, of course, is happening right over here where we were just watching. So zero rain for the foothills of Los Angeles. The terrorists that are controlling our weather have stopped another opportunity for rain in Southern California. Look at that transmitter right there opening up, drying out this entire area. Let's take a look at that big map once again. We can see what's happening. We've got jet stream flow shooting right towards California. And that is being blockaded right here. We can see a transmitter right here working, evaporating this moisture field as it moves towards California. So the forecast, again, is for more chemtrail spraying for tomorrow, which is Thursday. Let's take a look at the MODIS Today map and take a look at what was going on over Southern California today. We had chemtrail haze. It's all over the place. And we have Los Angeles right here. This yellow border is the California coastline. It may be hard to see. And there is just a lot of chemtrail haze blanketing the moisture field moving in. This off-white gray crap is the chemtrail spraying chemicals that are dumped by the high-flying jets, and that causes the capping inversion layer and prevents the precipitation process. Now here's the Colorado River right here, and notice the concentration of spraying over this river area all the way up into Nevada. Hoover Dam is right in this area. Las Vegas is right here. But look at the spraying. It's just running every which way and all the way through this river area. Look at the lines. They're running every which way. And the same thing if we just pan back to the west. You can see there's a clearing area right here, but then we see all this hazy off-white, this gray haze. This is all the chemtrail spraying. This is precisely why we didn't get any rain, because this caps the atmosphere. We can't have precipitation without lift in the atmosphere. You have to have moisture and lift to have precipitation, rain. And if you take away the lift in the atmosphere, which is exactly what these chemtrail aerosols are engineered to do, then we have no precipitation. And that's how these terrorists controlling our weather are manipulating our rainfall all up and down the West Coast. Now, these chemtrails are very effective, mostly down in Southern California, but they are spraying these desiccants all over the place, all over the country and around the world, and mainly in all the G7 countries. That may have something to do with the dollar domination around the world. I don't know, but it's very likely. Currency wars. So we can see the reason why we didn't have any rain today. We have the chemtrail spraying, and then, of course, we have the transmitters at work, breaking up the thunderstorms. As we're seeing here in these maps, this is very abnormal. We have just a hole opens up right in the middle of that area. Let's take another look at it right here. West central infrared map. This evaporation. So that's why we had no rain. A combination of the transmitters and the chemtrail spraying. Once again, the Doppler map. There's not much rain in Southern California. We've been watching this all day. There was some spotty rain throughout the Southern California area in different spots, but probably less than 1/10 of an inch. All right, let's look at the SSEC map. We can see that upper level low spinning stationary just northeast of the Hawaiian Islands. It's pulling a lot of tropical moisture up into that vortex. We can see that. Some of that is getting sucked into the low pressure right here into that vortex. And then we have a blockade of high pressure right here. That is going to prevent this moisture from getting up any further and into the jet stream flow, which is a little bit further north in this map. We can take a look at that. Jet stream flow is right here. And we can see the chemtrails are being sprayed through this flow pattern right here, right in this area. Now, the fake news mainstream media is not showing us these satellite maps, and of course there's a reason for that, and that is the evidence in these maps completely destroys the global warming climate change narrative. When we see satellite transmitters manipulating weather along with chemtrail aerosols being dumped at precise times to manipulate the weather, then the climate change global warming argument becomes garbage. It's worthless, because carbon dioxide has nothing to do with what's going on here in these maps. So we're getting just fake news from front to back 24/7 from the mainstream media, not only in the weather, but in every other subject. It's all just fake news. It's just garbage. And we're going to stick to the weather here, but this evidence here, everything we're showing in these maps pretty much daily, turns the climate change argument upside down. And that's why we're not seeing these maps on television. That's why these so-called meteorologists who go to school to learn their trade and their skills, they can't exercise that knowledge on television. They've been silenced. They've been gagged. And there's a reason for that. And again, the reason is all this evidence that is being exposed. The timing of the chemtrail spraying alone is enough to turn the whole thing upside down. It's happening right here. It's happening right up in this area. Transmitters at work. This is covert weather manipulation, and it needs to be stopped. All right, so that's the report for today. There's nothing else to look at. We'll just leave it right here, and we'll try to do another update tomorrow. That's it.